Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very cool creations to check out again this week. It will be a briefer episode though. I had a very late start this morning. Some of the builds up in the spotlight are for a challenge that did not take place yet as well. So we're kind of looking at about half the normal builds I would typically look at in a look at the workshop video. So with that being said, the very first build here today is the Araiguma Astra Carrier by ProcyonLotor. And this is a very cool looking build here. Now, it did say it was inspired by a build by Filbert Farmer to do a different kind of Astra module carrier. And I actually grabbed one of the modules for it, also made by the same author here, just to check this out. And if you're unfamiliar with module carriers, they are basically usually a larger CV like what you're seeing here now, where you build specialized modules that will basically plug into it and dock into it to do specific functionality, such as maybe mining, storage, production, farming, anything you can really come up with, even combat in some cases. So usually, a module carrier like this would have quite a few locations to add modules to park into the build. And this one does. It looks like, at least along the sides here, it's running 6 module bays. Let's see what we got going on the back side here. I will say, very cool block layout. The overall ship looks great. I love how it was constructed and built. The angles look really cool. These thruster housings look really cool as well. And it also looks like we're going to have a hangar in here, so it kind of does the other aspects of being a carrier. And you know, I did say it had 6 module bays, but I didn't look at this side first. This side is asymmetrically done to the other side, and it does not look like it does have additional 3 module bays on this side. It looks like they would all be pushed out to the original side we were looking at here. So that's pretty interesting too. And that again, of course, saves space for sure. Like it would have to be a wider build yet to have another set of module bays on the other side. So what I'm seeing here is it does look like it supports 3 module bays and not 6, basically. Really cool looking blockwork here. I love how the framework here was done. Cool looking window up there getting into the interior as well. And here's all our like bay door openings over in this general location here. So you can basically park a module in here, and then it's almost like it's the same ship, but you're sharing the CPU, and that's a big point on these as well. Like if you could do it all without having individual modules, then you're bound to really run a very high CPU in the process. And it's sometimes nice to be able to separate a individual ship like this one over here to go out and do its thing and leave the main ship behind. Yeah, a lot of good gameplay reasons for a build like this, and not to mention it looks really cool. Now, besides just doing that, obviously a build like this also has a lot of flat surface area or landing decks on it, and which is very useful for carrying around, you know, any other kind of builds you might have that are not modules, such as combat CVs or whatever you're using in your playthrough. So overall, I think the build looks great. I love how the landing pads are not, well, a lot of these back ones are not like square. They are like this one's more of a hexagon shape, and this one's even more unique yet, which is really cool. There are some square landing pads up here, which is fine too. Again, this front docking area is excellent to park something big on it and to move around with you. In my case of playing experience, usually end up moving around a combat CV build at some point in time. So that is extremely cool as well. So also it does have some defense on here too. A couple minigun turrets on the back side here to shoot up them pesky drones. Some more on the sides. Actually some missile launchers, I believe, on the sides here. missile launching turrets, I should say. Another one up on the flight deck, I guess you could call it. And no mystery where the main core is on this build here. So yeah, really cool looking build here. It's also one other requirement on a build like this too, is because of the amount of weight you could have with modules and things docked to this build. They do typically need to have pretty good performing thrusters on them. So, and this looks like it is definitely pulling that off. For lift and forward, strafing is not that important on a build like this. It shouldn't really be engaged in any like hardcore combat, just shooting up the occasional drones and things like that. All right. Well, anyway, really cool. Let's get on board here. Let me adjust the outdoor lighting here so you can see the inside lights better. All right, as soon as we walk in here, it looks like we got a good roomy hangar here, a pretty wide hangar as well. We could park several HVs, SVs, or even small CVs in here. And then we got some utility. We got our armor locker. Looks like one of our storage controllers. Got the main shield right over here. Another storage controller on that side. You got to have your O2, some sort boxes. Really cool looking LCD logo up there. I like that backing on that too, with the that gray stripe pattern behind the text, as well as the logo in there. Very cool. So on this side, looks like we've got some CPU cores kind of mounted up in there, as well as our Pentaxa tank. Another storage controller here. Okay, so this, since it's asymmetrically done, this would be the corridor to access the docked modules here. So they're kind of universal in size, so they should be able to fit different kind of front-end setups on Astro modules. And I do believe this is just for Astro modules. If I'm wrong on that, please correct me, though. It's just kind of a guess based on the name of the ship and the size of the bays there. And we have a large gravity generator up in the front of the build, probably covering gravity for the front side of the ship. There's probably going to be another one somewhere in the rear section of the ship as well. I like that piping going in there. Is that a table? Oh, that's cool. I think that's some deco table at the end of the block pipe there, which actually looks really fitting there. It doesn't look like a table at all. I'm just trying to, I can't think of what else that could be besides some kind of decorative table. That's cool. That is. I definitely love seeing thinking out of the box like that. That is cool. Got some ventilators in there. So pretty simplistic interior layout so far. I do like that it's asymmetrically done as well. That usually is, yeah, takes a little more effort to do asymmetrical builds for sure. So as soon as we come up to this floor here, I like the signs over there. Very nice. I'm gonna go check out this production area here first. So it looks like we have a universal constructor built in. We've got some big old plasma turbines in here of the biggest size. So we got 2 of those on this area. Got some interesting looking pipe work and things like that over there. We got our advanced generator in this location. It's cool how all that's laid out. And of course, having plasma turbines aboard to help. Basically, they make residual power for your ship. Might not be enough to power the entire functionality of the ship, but it certainly helps with your fuel costs. Either way. And then we got an ATM over here, so it kind of looks like we're just kind of overlooking the module bay area here. Nicely set up there. I'll go up the stairs here in a second. Let me just get over to the other side here and see what's happening on this side. So this is also production. So we got some advanced constructors, deconstructor over there. We got our other 2 large plasma turbines, which would fulfill all the biggest turbines you could add to a build. There is mediums and small ones available as well. They could be in the ship somewhere, maybe. But the big ones definitely do the most versus their CPU usage. So coming in here, we got our warp drive. I'll see if that's the advanced one or not in a bit when we look at the device manager. And cool looking staircase kind of going up in here. I like how it's, yeah, kind of using stairs here, not elevators. Elevators take up less space, but they can be annoying, especially if you don't have gravity. So then our main core is right here. So we got that really cool window right up above there. Lots of nice friendly plants and things in the area. And some other utility, another CPU core there. Quick way in from the flight deck to the rear sides here. So we got our elevator going to the bridge and a med bay. So, yeah, it definitely looks like more CPU in the area here, as well as this rear section, kind of a nice chill out spot on the rear of the ship, kind of overlooking the hangar entry area. And over here we've got our kitchen, food processor, fridge. You got a sink in there, and it looks like a bathroom over here. Very, very nice. I like the different uses of textures in here too, using those like light wood grain walls and the decorative wood flooring in here with some carpet as well. All right, so yeah, that's the lounge area down below there. So let's go up a deck here. So it looks like we're gonna get off at this deck, and this is our medical bay. So we got our specialized medical equipment in here. Yep, and the other pieces are in the back there. And yep, all 4 specialized pieces, plus, of course, our main med bay. Extra storage boxes in the area for maybe medical supplies or something like that. And then we're up into the bridge area. And this is looking really, really cool. This is cool. This whole wall, which is an LCD on glass like that, with this mapping grid-like chart. That is really cool. That is really cool. On the other side also has really cool graphics going on in there too. Astra Carrier. Yep. Very, very nice. And of course the fancy curvy computer desks all around the area here. And then right up to the pilot seat. So yeah, very, very useful build here with moving around your all your assets in game and using this as a base style ship, which also includes a pretty vast production area in the build as well. So you don't have to necessarily get a module to do your crafting and production stuff. You could use the modules for, I don't know, mining and farming potentially. I did not see a farm on here. I will look at the device manager before it's said and done to see if there's any grow plots on the build, but I don't think there is. I think that is meant to be done with modules as well. So yeah, very, very cool. Very cool setup here. All right, let me get the lights back at high noon, sorta. I might not be at the equator on the planet, so it's a little bit darker than it could be. That's not bad. Anyway, let's look at the numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 6, 68 forward, 18 strafing, 63 lift, 31 reverse, 21 down, 12 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks. We do have a legit long-range radar on here, which is great. We also have, I would say, generally drone defense. So we got light Gatling turrets, 3 missile turrets. Got some sentry guns in here as well, all to shoot those pesky drones and stuff like that. 11-hour and 16-minute build time. This running 2 quantum processors, which might translate to a Core 8 build, if I'm guessing. I don't know if it doesn't. I don't think it says it in the name. CPU wise, it's set to 760,000 CPU using 688,000 CPU. So just about 100,000 leftover CPU there. And let me just sort this real quick. And yep, Core 8 build. So running 2 basic, 2 advanced, 2 improved, and 1 superior core. I did have a location to add another superior core in the hangar area. Warp drive is a advanced warp drive, so the 60 light year version. So that's already taken care of as well. Stock shield strength on here is 32,570. So yeah, good amount of shield. Again, it's not a combat ship, it's a carrier, so it's still important to have a shield though, because you could be flanked by drones or unexpected sneaky enemy combat CV while flying around in space if you're not paying attention. Like, I don't like to pay attention very much. So yeah, very, very cool there. It does have quite a few P menu options as well for power management and weapon management, even the gravity generator. Again, there's probably another gravity generator on here. It might be, yeah, somewhere in the rear of the ship. So it does have two gravity generators. I did expect that. So yeah, very, very cool build here. Storage wise, we have looks like cargo A through D, which are 2 600s and 2 320s. And then beyond that, we do have an ammo bay at 320k. And a number of different sort boxes all labeled already. And then our routine stuff does have a repair station in it as well. Yeah, right there. Very cool. So I wouldn't doubt that we have a repair console somewhere too. I might have overlooked that when I was walking through here. But yeah, it's all already set up for HV/SV repair. This size, if left the way it is, will not repair CVs. But it looks like it's got a 5x5 area ready to cut out to put in the large Reforged Eden 2 repair bay that can repair other CVs. So yeah, very, very, very cool. So again, this is the Aragama, if I said that correctly, Astra Carrier by ProcyonLotor. And since we're still looking at the build here, we also got this by the same author here. This is the Astro Drill Module RE2. So obviously this would go and mount into one of these bays over here. Let me get this powered up a second. Kind of looking at these two together here. So looks like a 4-drill module here, Astro module. And this can be used with other Astro module carriers or anything that has Astro module ports on it. Or even universal ports nowadays that can handle several different module types. So very, very cool there. Looks like a nice drilling setup there. 4 drills. Actually does pretty good. Real high intensity lighting. You can shine on the asteroids that you're mining. And this also from, looks like it's supporting some plasma turbines in here as well as drone defense. Yeah, I like the glass cutouts here in the module. Modules are kind of rough to make them look super, super wonderful because they typically end up being rectangles. Yeah, whatever kind of cool cosmetics you can do to that rectangle is pretty much what you can do, but you can't have crazy wings and stuff sticking out of it. Just doesn't work. But yeah, very cool setup here. And obviously, when you park this into one of these bays there, this door, this area here will be visible to the inside of the ship. It should mount right up to the wall, so you don't even notice a crease between this build and the carrier. And then you would enter right through the front door here. You usually have a pilot seat just above that front door. I like the red striping on there too, and the kind of like the 3-color design, white, gray, and red. Some nice texture lights and textures in there too. Very cool. All right, so let's take a walk in the module here a second. Got some basic utility here. We got O2 and an armor locker just in case. Back over here, looks like we have a bit of production. Not a lot though. A little bit of room though. You might be up to, well, maybe not. I was gonna say maybe you could add another constructor, but I don't think it was really intended to do that without modding it. But you do have 2 small constructors, 2 medium plasma turbines in here, and I think that's a small plasma turbine that we're looking at there. This is wild what I'm looking at here. I'm trying to figure out what's all going on in this arrangement of stuff. What is that? Hold on, I gotta get the tool going here. What am I looking at? Oh, it's got a furnace. That's what that is. Oh wow! So it actually has a built-in furnace on here, which is probably a lot faster than smelting ore than a standard constructor would do it, and have some more options in the kind of ores it can actually smelt. So that's really cool. So yeah, we do have a compact shield generator in here. Obviously, it's running quite a lot of plasma turbines, so that would definitely reduce its power consumption. I don't know if it'll eliminate it, but it will definitely make it run fuel efficiently, which is great. So yeah, that's really, really cool. And that looks really neat the way this is set up. Again, I had to really study that to figure out what I was seeing there. That's neat. It's just another one of those new parts to the game added by the Reforged Eden 2 developers, I think. Or I'm not sure if this is a vanilla thing or not. I don't think it is, but I think it's RE2. But if I'm wrong on that, please correct me. Here, let me go right up here, and then we would want to get up into the cockpit. Yet, oh, obviously, the elevator right here. Durr. And yes, very cool. Yeah, nice module. Especially, yeah, this first module. Well, I mean, it's a pretty new part to the game, but it's the first like mining module or any kind of module I've seen with a legit furnace in it. All right, so stats on this one: unlock level 25, size class 1, 58 forward, 23 strafing, 40 lift, 43 reverse, and 40 down. 6 fuel tanks. 2 oxygen tanks. Does have a retractable multi-turret on here as well, so that's great for salvaging. So mining and salvaging, this will do. Got a detector and a couple light Gatling turrets. 2 hour and 56 minute build time. Not needing anything too special. Some heat exchangers in the mix, but not too bad at all. Some plasma converters. It might be using plasma-based thrusters on here. Or some of these might be needed for that furnace as well. Probably those heat exchangers. Pretty low on CPU. Set to 270,000 using 268,000. Going to translate to a Core 3 build here. So just 2 basic CPU cores only in it. Does not have a warp drive. Does not have a warp drive on this one. Does have a pentaxium tank, and it will have a shield that we've seen already. The compact shield generator, 6326 for shield hit points. And again, some more power management options for the furnace, constructors, tool turrets, detector, miniguns, drills, pretty much everything is set up on power management. Storage on here. So we got, looks like 200k cargo. Then we have an ammo box at 14k and our pentaxium tank. So yeah, very much to the point to go out there and do some asteroid mining and salvaging with the build here. That retractable multi-turret is somewhere. Kind of hidden away a little bit. Maybe it's on the bottom. Yeah, there it is. No, that's not it. Looks like I could go there though. Here it is, right over here. So yeah, kind of sneaky on the bottom side there. So again, the Astro Drill module here again is by ProcyonLotor, and would directly go with this Astro Module Carrier too. So very, very cool builds here. All right, let me power you off. And let me get the lights back on. We'll take a look at the next build. Again, I do apologize. I am trying to get through this this week's episode a little faster than normal due to a lot of time constraints here. So let me get this this build here powered up. And this is the Karina class corvette RE2 by NOAA. If I said that correctly. And a very, very pretty ship here. I would say that this kind of looks like it's going to be a combat build here. The way it's shaped and the amount of weaponry that's on it. Including, oh, that's a really cool looking front end assembly there. Obviously, a lot of these antennas on these builds kind of double as placeholders for launcher style weapons. And in fact, this whole case here could fit a really big gun, maybe even a Thor railgun, depending on how this is set up here. Can't really dig too much into there. We got decoys in here too, so yeah, definitely a combat build. And speaking of that, since I'm looking at it, let's just take a look at its materials here. So we got some combat steel all along the front here, and some hardened steel. So definitely a mixed material combat type of build. The reason why you would mix materials is they get really heavy, hard to move around. So you want to put your really strong materials where you would expect the ship to get hit at the most, which is normally the front side of the ship over here. Yeah, nice looking ship and layout. Oh, I like the backside here too. Cool looking. I don't know if there's actual thrusters right back in there, but cool looking block built thruster assemblies. Really fit with the hull design here. You got some small opening hangar doors here, as well as one in the rear of the ship. More guns on the bottom there. Definitely need the guns with the combat CV builds. Yeah, cool looking underside on here too. I like these this like intake to the thrusters, or kind of like maybe where the reverse thrusters would be. In fact, you know, kind of looking at this, I'm not actually seeing any of the actual thrusters. It looks like more blockwork thrusters, so they could be just about anywhere right now in the build here. Yeah, really cool looking setup there. I like the use of the texture lights, or the glowies on here. And then, of course, kind of different colors on the hull as well. Kind of this dark navy blue mixed in with the lighter whites on here. And on the back, we got a good-sized landing pad. Able to park a couple HVs or SVs, or smaller ones. That looks like it's going to probably get us into the bridge area? Maybe not. Let's see how that works on the inside here. And then a blast door on the back for kind of an upper level hangar bay, and then a lower level hangar bay. Maybe they merge. I don't know. So here, let me get out of God mode here a second and adjust the lights. We'll take a walk through the build here. Yeah, nice roomy hangar area. It's cool that it has the like these pass-through doors as well. Good for some HVs or SVs. I don't think you'll get too many like CVs unless they're really, really small. But yeah, HV and SV parking, I would say. And yeah, there is like another hangar bay separate from this one below here. So we'll find a way to get there. So up on the front side of the hangar, we got a door going somewhere there, and some sort boxes. Of course, you got to have some O2 in here. That's cool. Let's see what's behind this door here. Okay, so generator room here, it looks like. Or quick access to an advanced generator. Probably got the same on the other side, I bet. Yep, another generator access room there. We got the staircase here, but I'm going to just check out this door first. Ah, wow, we're rocking the turbines in here, too. That's cool. I love the turbines. They're cool. They're kind of noisy. You don't really want them in a location of your ship that you would be, like, hanging out at all the time, because you'd have to hear that turbine noise going on. But, yeah, very, very cool for your power management and things like that. Definitely helps with the fuel consumption rate. And it looks like we're running quite a few of these, well, let's see. It's like 2 large turbines there. We've got another couple stacked over here. So a 4-pack of the big turbines. Got some medium shield parts in here. Got our main shield. Small shield parts wrapped around it. So yeah, that's a cool looking setup there too. And this is kind of, I think this is kind of asymmetrically placed on the ship, this whole area. It kind of looks like it'd be like the center of the ship, but I don't believe it is. I could be proven wrong on that pretty easily, though, so I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I think that is off to one side. Oh, it's hard to tell. All right, let's go up the stairs over here. Oh, nice roomy production area here. So we got an advanced constructor built in, some sort boxes, armor and weapon lockers, ATM. Got a way out to the lower hangar behind the blast doors. So yeah, more parking. A little bit, I think. I don't know. I don't know if it's got taller ceilings in here or not. Maybe it's just a little bit smaller overall room, and it looks like it has taller ceilings, but definitely 2-block tall ceiling height in here. Cool view on thrusters from the inside here. Also kind of sealed off on the ship behind armored glass for safety reasons. Oh, we got a medical bay kind of mounted right into the production area here. Looks like we got all our specialized equipment, plus the main med bay. And we got our core room with the core and all the CPU blocks around it. We'll have to see what core this is set at right now. I would guess it is core 9 or under right now. Just a guess. Oh, you got to have a nice crew area over here too, with their own bathroom. You got to have the bed, got the computer desk, nice little bookshelf there. Very cool, fancy decorative walls. Some different colors in here too, including that on the constructor painted. Definitely some different colors there. Very, very cool. And got to have a fridge and food processor, and some nice fancy walls there as well. And it looks like this is just yeah, a sort box storage area. I think this is gonna loop us right back down. No, let's go somewhere else. Got a built-in teleporter nicely hooked up on a sensor, which is excellent. Yeah, why I brought up the sensor thing on this is the teleporters, if you don't have them on a sensor, they're on all the time, and they actually suck a lot of power. So if you put them on a sensor somewhere, so as soon as I get near there, you can see it turn on. That saves a lot of power, but it works just the same, because as soon as you want to use it, it turns on and it's ready to go. And finally, up into the bridge area over here. So we got a couple passenger seats, our main pilot seat, cool looking viewpoint, kind of overlooking the front hall there, and also seeing that massive turret up there. And then up into the top area here. Okay, so this is where it connects. So if you park on the landing pad, it looks like you kind of come up here and then go down this door. So I was actually looking for doors here, but there, yeah, no doors in that location. Kind of interesting how this all kind of glows here too. There's a lot of interesting lighting going on here to make all of this kind of like glow, which is cool. So some exterior lights are kind of hidden underneath the hull a little bit, or no, here's some. Yeah, there's like a exterior light there. Oh, we got a green light over here too that is set on a sensor. We got some other cool lighting effects around the build here as well. On the bottom side here, you can see those light cones. That's a fairly new thing that was added in by the RE2 developers, I do believe. I think that's the official name of these. They're not actually, I don't think they're cone-shaped. But yeah, kind of like that. The impression that that's a light beam looks great, like projected from streetlights and things like that. Kind of gives you that illusion that you're lighting up the area when you're actually just drawing a polygon there that's semi-translucent. Very, very cool way to go about it, though. And it doesn't tax graphics cards much to do those either, which is great. So it looks like we do have a multi-turret up on here too. So, yeah, very, very cool. Very cool build here. I just want to fly around the front, check out its decoys and things like that. Armor. So we got a decoy generator over here. It does have a Wi-Fi. Looks like we're running a long-range radar in here. And then beyond that point, we do have a warp drive. And then we getting into that one room we sort of looked at from before, which I couldn't figure out if you're looking down the center of the ship or not. No, I think it is like well, it's tough to judge. I think it actually is in the center of the ship. Come to think of it now. Yeah, very, very nice looking build here. Take a look at some numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 2. It doesn't move at all. No, I'm kidding. Let me turn on some stuff. Oh, the shield's off too. Oh, that's all right. All right, so 27 forward, 16 strafing, 32 lift, 11 reverse, and 17 down. We are running 2 oxygen tanks and 10 fuel tanks. Does have a legit long-range radar on there. Does have a medium artillery turret. A lot of light missile turrets. That's probably its primary weaponry. And 7-hour and 31-minute build time. After looking at this, it can't be anything more than a Core 7. And I do believe it is a Core 7. So, yeah, taking a look at our, here, let me go to devices here. Sort that real quick. Yeah, Core 7 build. So, very, very cool. So, it's actually, yeah, doesn't need those superior cores, so it doesn't need the quantum processors. 2 advanced, 2 basic, 2 improved. Warp drive on here. Does have an advanced warp drive, so 60 light year warp drive stock. Stock shield on here, 55,433. Again, quite a few P menu options over here for power management and all kinds of different things you can turn on and off. Hovering mode, docking mode. I don't know what some of these actually do right now. Standby mode, anchor mode. Interesting. Interesting. And of course, there's a main system too, which turns on the shield. So you can actually see that was linked to that. Docking mode, I'm not sure what that does. That's altering the thrusters. Oh, so it keeps some thrusters on, but probably turns off some others, so you're not twitching around when you're trying to dock. Maybe it slows you down a little bit. Hovering mode, probably just puts on whatever it needs to not be flying around. I don't know. I probably screwed it up too by flipping so many buttons there. And storage on you. What do you have here? You got an ammo controller at 320k. Quite a few sort boxes there. Harvest controller at 320k. Some more boxes. I was looking for any other controllers on here. I think, yeah, I think we just got a lot of sort boxes. And our 2 main controllers would be the Harvest and our ammo bay. Each hitting 320k. And then probably over 10 sort boxes. So, yeah, very cool build. Again, this is the Karina? Karina. That sounds good. I'm just guessing. Karina class corvette, RE2 by NOAA. Very, very cool build there. All right, so on to the next build. Looks like this one's already on and ready to go here. This is the Tower by Optimus Prime. And this definitely looks like a decorative build. We'll have to see, check out what kind of functionality it might have or not, but it sure looks cool. So using these newer rock set, these are parts in Reforged Eden 2 that you can use on your builds, for base builds that is, which kind of look more like organic like chiseled rocks and things like that. A bunch of different shapes and designs for that, as well as the trees. And just a crazy looking structure built on top of that platform that's all lit up, and a lot of balconies and fanciness going on in there. Look at this pretty big staircase going up to the one side over here. This looks very nice. It's also utilizing a lot of the new stuff too. Again, the rocks, the set of trees that you can add to bases. Now there's actually quite a few options with different plants and trees you can add to your builds now that didn't used to be there. And then we got the tower structure here, which has a lot of balconies going on with it too, and even a top area here with all kinds of things going on there. Well, I even got it. Yeah, if you wanted to go to sleep and look at the stars, you got a bed up top here to do that with. Got some fancy wood designer organic tables and carts. A lot of plants here. Here's a way, obviously, to get down into the rest of the structure here. Got some, yeah, very nice. Fancy wood grain flooring and other things going on in there. I'm not sure exactly where I should have positioned this. I didn't want to like bury something on the interior, so I kind of picked like a mid setting on where I spawned it into the world at. There are things going down below here as well, so it does give you a lot of wiggle room on when you spawn this in. And it kind of looks like there's I could have sunk it even deeper if I wanted to into the ground when I spawned it in there. All right, so here, let me actually, our lighting is actually pretty good already here. Let's walk up one of these staircases with a fancy, even the staircases are like rock designed. Got some all kinds of decorative items throughout this build here. It's also taken advantage of a lot of curvy blocks with different textures you can only use on bases for like concrete and wood blocks and things like that in the mix here. So yeah, cool looking glass and wall design there. Love all these balconies too. Like this over here, that's cool. Nice little authentic table there to sit and have some breakfast at or whatever. And it looks like, yeah, on this one here, you can pretty much walk right around the exterior of the entire base here. Well lit on the interior here. We got some people arguing about the ATM. I think someone ripped somebody else off over there. I'm not sure. This dude just observing. Like, oh, look at these idiots. Got some fancy holographic tables. Got to have that. And more holographic tables. I'm going to go down first. So, yeah, there is a lower room here. So, maybe I am glad I had it a little bit out of the ground here. So, there is a lower production room here. It already has a deconstructor, armor repair, advanced constructor, some ammo boxes, sort boxes, and I would say quite a lot of room to add more constructors, deconstructors, universal constructors, whatever constructors you want to put down in there, or other equipment. That is very cool. Nice that there's extra room down there too, because that's kind of like what your primary areas you might be hanging out if you're doing a lot of production, processing, crafting stuff. So up in here we got our weapon locker and some fancy plants. And you got to have the bathroom going on in here, and of course all the balconies. Yeah, it just looks really cool. I love seeing all the trees and the obviously it's using a lot of curvy on this build too, which really fits well with it here. There's probably another balcony. Yep. So yeah, just a lot of balconies, places to go chill. Oh wait, we got a door. Oh, that's more balcony. Okay, let's go up another level here. So up in here, it looks like we're up into another like utility room here. Here will be our med bay. It's like we got all our special gear in here, and O2 in the main med bay, and we also have a farming section. So 18 grow plots in there. Got our food processor and fridge. Separate O2 grow lights already installed. Grow plots already installed. very well lit in here too. It's fairly dark outside right now, and it's yeah, it's like you're sitting in front of a sun inside of here. Kind of cool with the lighting too. It's not like straight white light. It's more of a yellowish light, which kind of gives it that, I don't know, kind of elegant tone to it. More balconies. Oh yeah, and this is where you order the drinks and sit and chill over here, and maybe these guys aren't arguing quite as much. So we got another bathroom up top over here. Another dude just chilling on his iPad there, or whatever. Towels. Got to have that for wash the dishes. And, you know, for the bathrooms and stuff. And then it looks like we're going to go up to the top area we already kind of looked at. So if you want to go to sleep and look at the stars, this is your spot here. Right? It's not like raining or sleeting or snowing or hailing or something. Lava, meteor, fireballs. You never know with this game. Things could happen. But very, very nice looking build here. Just elegant. Plus, it's a it does have you know, function in it too, with production, farming, medical, all that kind of fun stuff kind of built into there. All right, let's look at the numbers here. So unlock level 12, size class 5. Got 8 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks, 2 sentry guns, a whopping 2 hour and 28 minute build time. Yeah, it needs water containers. That's it's not a hard thing to do. Just I don't normally see that as like a resource requirement on most builds. Need some bone. Need some bone for this as well. Couple 3 humans, it looks like. Some tribal furnishings and stuff like that. But yeah, very cool. A lot of this stuff is decorative stuff that you're seeing there, like with the water and whatnot. CPU wise, very low. Set to 78,000. Set to 140,000 using 78,242 of that. Looks like it's set right now to be a Core 3. So it does have 2 basic CPU cores in it. I don't know if they're both needed based on the amount of CPU actually being used. But that'd probably also make it work with vanilla. I didn't actually see anything on here that I would say would be specific to Reforged Eden 2. So this very well could be a vanilla build. But either way, it's going to play nice with CPU in RE2 or vanilla. No shield on here. Didn't expect it to have a shield. You typically want to spawn this in a fairly non-hostile location somewhere. But it does have a couple sentry guns to shoot at, I don't know, if they want a base raid here or something like that. A couple of drones flying by. Storage on here. Let's see, what do we got here? We got a 256K controller. Okay, these are boxes here. A couple 16K boxes. Got a couple 14K ammo boxes. And a lot of other sort boxes on here, but it doesn't look like it has too many like main controllers. Just this is probably your main right here at 256K. Again, it could be to balance CPU, especially with vanilla on this one. Yeah, very cool build. Just wanted to look at this in entirety here. Kind of a upper fly around on it. Yeah, just very decorative, very, very neat looking. Looks like a fun one to build too. Honestly, it does. So again, this is the Tower by Optimus Prime. Very cool build here. Alright, so the next and last build of this week, and I know it is short on the amount of builds that I'm looking at this week, due to the time constraints primarily. This one here is a hardcore combat CV. This is the Banshee by Nelly 126963. And just to lay this out there in the description, it did say the original design of this ship, which was called the Defiler was by Kianne and ArtemisRouge. So this was basically a ship made by two different authors in the past, and then kind of modded or kind of redesigned by Nelly. Now let me get the lights back on, even though it looks pretty cool with the darker light setting here. So this looks like a hardcore Xeno heavy combat CV, I would guess. I believe this is going to be a high core value just by looking at it with the amount of weaponry I'm already seeing on it. The hull looks like it's primarily built of Xeno material. If not, well, maybe not. No, that's some combat steel in there. No, I'm wrong. That is combat steel. It looks like, oh, I thought it was going to be Xeno. Some of it's Xeno. The glowies over here are Xeno, but a lot of the other stuff is combat steel. And obviously a ton of guns. So it looks like we got a whole lot of turrets, all with a good line of sight. And a whole lot of launchers, all with a good line of sight. Most of the guns look like they're on the top side of the ship, which would make sense. Usually when you're flying a build like this, you're usually looking at the enemy somewhere out in front there. Kind of where my cursor is. And most of your hits would be, and most of your firepower would be coming from the top side of the ship. And most of your hits would be on the front and front top of the ship. So it looks like it is set up for that. Let's check out these rear areas here. We got some big old heavies back in here. No, I think these bays are filled up already. We got the big old heavy, what, plasmas I think these are. No, these are railguns. I'm getting everything wrong. Triple railguns. So, wow, this is, yeah, heavy rail gun ship. I'm really curious how that works out in game. Could be really nice. And we got our reverse thrusters over on this side over here. Let me turn this off again. Some more turrets. Again, a lot of turrets on here and launchers. Down thrust back over here. Looks like we got some lift thrust built into these kind of almost like nacelle type of things. Not quite, but something like that. Almost separated thruster units, I guess you could say, mounted with some framework attaching them to the main hull of the ship here. Cool use of texture lights in there too. These are Xeno blocks too. That's Xeno specific or Xeno only texture in there. Well, it's kind of a mix. There's a lot of combat steel in here too. Forward thrust in the back there. Cool looking thruster design set up there. I like the LCD doing the name, and that's cool. Banshee. All pixel art there in the LCD. That's really cool. Yeah, it just looks neat the way it's painted, and all the glowies are coming out on it, and cool hull shaping and things too. Again, I don't know exactly what was modified from the original build. I would have to look at the original build to really compare, but I'm sure work was done. And we got our main cockpit bridge right in this area, kind of pulled back from the front of the ship. Again, the way it's got a crosshair target in there too. Well, that's cool. So if I sit there, oh, look at that. That's where I'm aiming. Don't even need the HUD on for that one. That's cool. And because this is a combat ship, I think we already established that it's built of strong materials. Well, let's see what's happening with decoys. We got a decoy launcher right in here. Got some decoy thrusters down here. More decoy thrusters. Got a decoy turret way back over here. And this area looks like it's pretty much filled solid with armor. And you have to get through a lot of the front of the hull of the ship before you're going to get to any nitty-gritty parts here. Which would be, the first part would be its main shield over here. That's a long ways for the AI to be shooting through the hull to try to ever hit this. But if it doesn't hit this, at least, it's not really doing any, it's not really disabling the ship much. Of course, it could take out a couple of these front guns here. but those are kind of sort of like decoys themselves. All your main firepower is in the rear of the ship here. For some reason, I don't know why, but I thought it was going to have a hangar door back here, but it does not look like it has a hangar door in here either. Let me, well, we got a door coming up into the bridge here. Quick access door. Let's go in through here. There might be other ways in. There probably is. Sometimes they are hard to see, though. Alright, let me adjust the, I don't know how the lighting is set up in the ship right now. So, obviously our bridge overlooking the hull with that cool crosshair. Got some utility in here. Our fridge, armor locker O2. Got a shower built in the, oh, it's actually kind of a cool place to put a shower. Like, it's right there. It'll work just fine to do its job. And these are kind of important for utility on a build. Especially with dealing with radiation problems. Like, you go out in space and you get radiated, and you take a shower, and it removes that radiation. So it's definitely a useful item in game, although it's just listed as a deco part. So back over here, we got a pretty big area. Definitely, yeah, tough blocks even on the inside here, I think. Yeah, Xeno. Yeah, this whole ship is built like a tank here, so definitely a lot of room over here. It looks like we got a lot of parts that get put down in the bottom here. So we got our main shield, some medium and small shield parts, gravity generator down there, which looks like a subwoofer, especially from that. Doesn't that look like a speaker? Almost looks identical to a speaker. Even looks like it's moving like a speaker. And just a lot, excuse me, a lot of room in here. 2-block tall ceiling. So if you wanted to add a lot of production to this build, you have a lot of room to do it. You could add universal constructors, deconstructors, you name it. Most parts would fit in the in this area. Now, it looks like this is a access door that's going to go down right to the bottom of the ship. So yeah, I didn't see any other sub doors out of here. So yeah, another way into the build from the ground level. And I'm going to keep my flashlight on. I don't think there's lights in here, like actual lights. All right, so then we got our main core in here. Looks like he's using an advanced core. So not your standard one there. A lot of room for, I would say, CPU blocks, but I have a feeling it already has those somewhere. Up to the top of the elevator. Okay, that gets us back up to the bridge. And there's another side. We've already been there. Let's go this way. Okay, overlooking the CPU core room here. There it is. Yeah, so yeah, again, a lot of CPU blocks already installed. Cool looking glass formation over the top of that. And I think, yeah, this ship, I mean, this would be your utility area room. And it doesn't have much in it right now besides, you know, armor locker, armor repair and stuff like that. But a lot of room to add stuff. It does have essentially your medical bay out in this area too. That's kind of, yeah, your specialized pieces and whatnot in the area there. So just room for a lot of that stuff. It certainly looks like it'd be very effective as a combat CV in space, though. I mean, this thing is built like a tank. It's got a ton of armor on it, a ton of firepower. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fairly expensive, too, just based on what I'm seeing here. Let's take a look at the numbers. So, unlocked level 25, size class 5, 48 forward, 28 strafing, 69 lift, 46 reverse, 23 down, 10 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks. All kinds of guns. And 10 of the medium lasers. EMP cruise missile launchers. 12 of these infrared modulated lasers. Got a ship cannon. Ship cannon turret. A couple of these down here are, I believe, are the decoys. Triple railguns, heavy. Got 4-pack of those. Long-range radar array. So the big boy radar. 24-hour and 35-minute build time, using a lot of quantum processors. Kind of expected that. When you're dealing with this kind of high-end combat CVs, they usually get pretty darn expensive, and it's kind of unavoidable based on the kind of weapons and guns and thruster performance you need to operate a ship like this. CPU-wise, set to 1.73 million. Actually, using even more than that, 1.912 million. Sort this. So that's translating to a Core 17. So our Core 9 setup plus the advanced core, and then 4 quantums and 4 aux cores. Stock shield on here, 165,672. So a big shield. Again, high-end combat CV. Big shield's kind of part of the package. A lot of power management and weapon management groups here as well, and constructor power. Storage-wise, we got our quest items. So we do have some sort boxes in here. Looks like we got a couple loot 320k areas. We got a salvage, so a harvest bay, 320k for that. 3 320k ammo bays. Again, a high-end combat CV. Nice idea to have this much ammo storage. I can really stock it up. If one of these gets popped, you've got more ammo bays. So that's also helps with surviving a battle. And then we got a production 320k as well. Our advanced Pentaxa tank. So a little bit bigger Pentaxa tank to boot. And yeah, that's a cool. That's a meaty ship. I don't. Yeah, this would be a hard one for the AI to deal with. That is for sure. You'd have to pilot it really badly, like I would probably, and get blown up by something stupid somehow. Other than that, you're probably going to win. So, yeah, very, very cool build. Again, this is the Banshee by Nelly 26963. Original design ship was called the Defiler by Kianne and ArtemisRouge. And that is all I've got for this week. Again, a shorter episode. I was really crunched for time. Next week I'll try to go back to normal, looking at like usually at least eight builds is what I normally do for a week, unless there's some gigantic ones in the mix, but that's normal stuff. But this week too, there was a challenge going on to build some some Buck Rogers things, and that challenge hasn't taken place yet, so I didn't want to show any of those either. So other than that, you all have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later.